I'll share with you the #1 robot trading strategy I recently found. I will show you how it works and you will see how you can download it for free as a ready-to-use robot. What really surprised me is how simple this strategy is. It buys the lows and sells the highs. We all know this is the right way to trade, but it's hard to apply it. But if you stay with me until the end, you will know exactly how to do it. And if you want to get more free trading strategies and robots from traders who are actually trading on YouTube, not YouTubers pretending to trade, make sure to subscribe. This really helps us to scale and test more and more robots. So here is my live account with Black Bull Markets, and I have 3 expert advisors trading the euro, yen, and I want to focus your attention on the second one with a magic number ending on 1389. It is this expert advisor on the chart, and you can see how well it buys the low right in here, and the trade is closed at that point. Then a few candlesticks later, it opens a short trade really on the top of the move after this strong bearish reversal candlestick, and you can see that this trade closed at a profit. The next one opened in here, a long trade, and it closed in here, almost on the top of the move. But obviously not all of the trades are profitable because the market doesn't stay in a range. But let me just backtest the strategy so we will see together how it works. It is for the euro yen M15 time frame, and I will backtest it, for example, for the last 3 or 5 years. So today is the 23rd of October. I'll go back to 2022. I'll drop a latency of 100. Deposit could be smaller, like $500. This is the static balance I used for this live account, and I will just click on start, and actually I will change to open prices only, and I'll click on start because the strategy works on the opening of the bar, and I'll show exactly how it works. Now once the backtest is ready, you will see this graph going up and down, but overall it is a profitable strategy. Very clearly it is not using a grid martingale system, but a hard stop loss and a take profit. And just before recording this video, I did my best to improve this strategy as much as possible so you can have the best version of it. One last thing I want to show you before revealing this strategy is the track record of this live account I have with Black Bull Markets that has really steadily been going upwards. You see that there was a drawdown at the beginning, but now it's been profitable, nearly 20% profit for 220 days. If I click on stats, you will see that the monthly return is 2.4%, which is exactly above my minimum target for every live account. As I've said many times, 2% is more than enough. And if I click on strategy, you will see that I have traded in this account many expert advisors. All of these expert advisors are coming from the top 10 robots app, where the team of Algo Trading Space made it possible to generate strategies fully automatically, and every Saturday new strategies are pushed into the app, and you can see the backtest for the last 1 year, for the entire period, or for the last 1 month. There is out of sample, which is always very useful. And at this profitable account, I am using the top 3 expert advisors that are most profitable for the last 1 month, and you can see that this strategy 1389 is right in here. And probably what you can notice is that the out of sample is actually losing. That is why what I did is download this strategy from the top 10 app. I imported it back in AI Studio and I improved it, and I will show you now how you can download this robot for free and how the strategy behind it works. So I'll grab the AI Studio and I'll drag and drop it on my recording screen, and you will see that this is the strategy that buys the lows and sells the highs. The backtest here is for a longer period of time, since 2008, but if I go to data and I limit the data to today, but back in 2022, we'll see a very very similar backtest, just like the one we saw on MetaTrader. However, here the balance is $10,000, but I found a way to make this strategy more profitable by changing the stop loss and the take profit. So pretty much what I've done is to increase the stop loss to the value of 45. You can see the change of the balance chart immediately, and I have made the take profit 90, and you can see now the difference between the new balance chart and the old balance chart. And I'll click on accept, and you will see that I have much better strategy with max drawdown of 9.12%. Return to drawdown ratio is 6.86, which is very high. And why did I say in the beginning that this is the most robust strategy I have found in the app? Is because even if I increase the data again back to 200,000 bars, or I just remove the minimum starting date and I go back to the strategy, you'll see that even with more count of trades, it is still very profitable. What's more, if I change to M30 or I change the time frame, it is still a profitable strategy. Even if I go to H1, still a profitable strategy, which is rare. Most strategies that you can find on the market or in the EI Studio generator, in the top 10 app, they are all specified and built for one certain time frame and asset, which always increases the risk of over optimization. But if you see one strategy profitable on different time frames, then it shouts robustness. And if you want to get this strategy for free, just go for the free trial of EI Studio. There are no obligation at all, no credit card details or any personal information except name and email, so you can receive the 15-day trial. Then go to strategy and build the strategy step by step. The first thing is to add the indicator moving average, and the second rule is the bar opens below moving average after opening above it. Change the period to 36 and click on accept. Also, by building the strategy yourself, you will understand how it works. The second entry indicator you need to add is the Bollinger Bands. Very popular indicator, but make sure to select the rule the bar opens below lower band after opening above it, and change the values to 9 and 2.76. I will click on accept. Then we have one exit rule, which is the standard deviation. I will also add it from here. What we have is period of 7 and level of 2, and the condition here is standard deviation crosses the level line downward. Click on accept, and you will see that this is completely losing strategy with one trade, just because I didn't add the stop loss and the take profit. So I will go to the stop loss, I'll select fixed, and I will change the value, so it is 45, and for the take profit fixed again, value of 90. I will click on accept, and that is the result you see for the euro dollar. But as I said, this strategy works on the euro yen, and then I will switch to M15, and that is the backtest we see with the premium data, but I found out that it works best on Black Bull. However, as I said, it is really a robust strategy, so it works well on Darwin X and 8cap and most of the historical data, but best results I saw with Black Bull. And if you haven't tested the trading conditions on Black Bull, I want to show you something that they recently launched, and we took advantage with my team immediately, because the ECN Prime account has a minimum deposit of $0. So there is no actually minimum deposit. Before it was $2,000. I don't know for how long they will keep it this way, but we opened a few accounts, and of course the institutional account is the better option, but there the minimum home. We succeeded to reduce to $2,000 for all of our subscribers, but if you want to go small with a small trading account, the ECN Prime account is probably the best option at the moment. But of course you can test this strategy that you will be able to download, and I'll show you how to do it in a second. You can test it for free on a demo account, so you don't need to risk any money. I'll leave the link down in the description. And how you can download this expert advisor is just click on expert advisors and select if you want to download it for MetaTrader 4 or for MetaTrader 5. Once you are in the trial of EI Studio, you can download as many expert advisors as you wish, and it's just one click. You download the ready-to-use robot with all of the parameters, stop loss, take profit, all of the rules for this strategy. And let me show you finally how this strategy works, how it buys the lows and sells the highs. I'll open the indicator chart. This is something very useful in EI Studio. This is how I learned algo trading, if I have to be honest, by looking at the chart for every single strategy. So I know that this strategy opens a long trade after the bar opens below the moving average. The red one is the moving average, and below the Bollinger Band. So it opened a long trade, and guess what happened? The stop loss hit. Just at this moment, this was the low of the market, right? On Monday, the market opened and it continued even lower, but the stop loss is there, and the stop loss, look at that, is 2 times smaller compared to the take profit. 90 pips for the take profit and 45 pips for the stop loss. However, if I go to the previous trade, you will see that right in here we have a profitable long trade. So again, at this moment you can see that the price is down compared to the previous moves on M15 time frame, and once we have the confirmation that one bar will open below the moving average and below the Bollinger Band, the trade is placed, and actually it closed much above the take profit because of another gap in here. If I go to the previous trades, you will see again a long trade in here. Let me show you an example of a short trade. So right in here there was a short trade again after a gap, and you can see that the bar opened above the moving average, above the Bollinger Band. A short trade opened, and then the price went down to the take profit during this huge bar. And if I press Control and left arrow, I can see many more trades, another losing trade in here. But overall, the performance of the strategy is profitable from the many trades that we saw in the past. And one more time, you can download it for free, and I'll give you the homework to backtest the improved version after you download it. Just put it on MetaTrader, even on a demo account, and just backtest it and let me know how it performs down below in the comments. I'll be happy to know and see how this expert advisor performs on different brokers, but for me it's good enough that it trades well on a few of the brokers we use, and the best results one more time come with black bull markets. As always guys, I thank you so much for watching today's video. Before you go, check out this video on my site to learn more about the top 10 app. I'll leave also a coupon for a discount if you want to get many more strategies and expert advisors ready to use. As always, I love you, trade safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.